I've been interested in the Old Mill Pond Museum, so I did a Google search. Went out to their website, which is very nice, and on that website you will see that the museum and park consists of 14 buildings and pavilions on a beautiful 20 plus acre site. It was founded by Bill Parrott. And there are lots of historical artifacts that depict early America circa 1850 to 1950, such as collection of automobiles and tractors, a model train exhibit, a working mill and water wheel, a broom making machine, a chapel, and a blacksmith shop. And who can't resist some place that is free to go walk around and enjoy yourself Friday or Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's great. Facebook page is nicely accommodating. They do have events, yet on the Facebook page they didn't list anything. So where is this cool place located? Well, it is between Dallas and Shreveport, off 20, just north of Tyler. Get off 20 and go straight north on 69. Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome to Road Odyssey. I am Bert. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And I am here at the Old Mill Museum, Lindale, Texas. And oh, by the way, if you like this sort of thing, please subscribe down below. I would appreciate that very much. Now, this is a really neat place. It's got the old mill. It is a museum. It's very cool. And then sliding around, got the general store, blacksmith, big old tractor implements, barn back here and such. It's just a really neat place. A lot of acreage here. It's all, self-touring. So you just walk around and enjoy it and have lots of fun. Enjoy the great outdoors. There's a chapel further out across the pond over here, right over there. But anyway, this is a really cool place, and hope you enjoy the video, because here we go. Here I'm looking out at 69 through the gate. Panning around to the south, you can see there's the museum, big barn looking thing, the mill. There's the general store in the parking lot. And here's the side of the old mill. Really works, at least to some degree. Pretty cool stuff. Here's the back of it over the old pond. And it's just really a pretty relaxing place. Now, from the back of the Old Mill Museum, when you go through and get on the back porch of it, you can look down and see all the turtles. If you take a little bit of change, you can get some turtle food, I think, and go feed these little critters. So, yeah, there's fish in there too. So here we are. We're looking at the front of the museum, and they've got all kinds of cool old implements and stuff out front that you can take a gander at. So walking inside, this place is really huge. Just tons of stuff to look at. Very well lit, as you can tell. Deer head to greet you. They have a sign-in book for guests. And, just start noodling around like I did. So in this, I'm just going to walk clockwise, basically, and just, kind of go through it, show you some of the stuff. There's the old car. Just, they had some spinning wheels and stuff. There's kitchen items, butter and all that kind of good stuff. Here's some water well pumps and iron skillets, kitchen stuff. Here's some washing, ironing, all the things that women really love to use. Now here's the fun stuff, all the instruments. They had a lot of really, really cool instruments. So, if you're a musician or something, you would probably spend a good while just looking at all this stuff. It's a very nice collection that goes all the way up to the ceiling. Well, basically up there to the second floor, but man, these people really had cool stuff. So anyway, lots of neat other things that are in here. Walking up to the back door where you go to the back porch, just past it, there's bathrooms, and still milling my way around. And I think I'm going to play a little bit of music for you for a second here so you can kind of get an idea of what this looks like. We are obviously heading upstairs, and there is a bunch of tack, meaning that is stuff for horses. So saddles, reins, whatever. I'm not exactly a horse kind of guy, but that's what you got there. And straight ahead there's a train set. A nice display. It was going through some renovations, but of course, the train was operating. And they had a pretty decent little train display. Nothing, fantastic. I like that picture there with the steam engine. They had a lot of model engines. I thought they were pretty cool. But I used to be a train enthusiast. So, this is just something that people like me kind of like. So, not too bad. Something that the kiddos would like, that's for sure. So that could occupy them for a little while if you're trying to, walk around and read some of the signs and learn something. The kids can look at this stuff. And here's the apothecary or druggist or whatever. All kinds of good stuff there. So that's pretty cool, but I really wish we could have gotten in a little bit closer in this area. It was a little bit too far to really see what's going on. So let's see, getting around a little further. An old buggy. So that was very nice, kind of like the paint job on it. Gives you an idea that, maybe buggies weren't painted black all the time. A little lounge area. So I don't know if you could actually go there and do research or what. Maybe they have clubs that meet there. I don't know. See belt buckles, toys and stuff. Pretty cool. If you're mad at somebody, this is the section that you go to, find your implement, which is just perfect next to the little fake schoolroom. Back when we used to learn reading, writing, and arithmetic instead of sex education and other silly gender garbage that nobody really needs. Just my opinion, of course. And moving on, just on the other side, or getting ready to go to the other side, there's just some little steam engines and stuff that were pretty cool. People used to have this stuff a long time ago. All right, so here's the top above the music instruments. You can see how they went all the way to the ceiling. And I sure would have liked to have been able to look at these a little bit more closely as well. And what else do I have coming up? Sort of an attic space, just kind of cool stuff over there. Back to the schoolroom. Yeah, our future, whatever our future is going to be. Okay, so just working tools, woodworking tools. These were actually very nice. That's a fantastic collection. Not a lot of information there though. It would be neat if they had a binder that would, have pages in it discussing what the tools were for. Anyway, here's your chicken coops and egg laying and, whatnot. And what would be tucked in the dark little corner but the still. So this is a lot of copperware and, things that people might have used if they had made corn alcohol and stuff. Anyway, I'm getting behind because now we're at the steam tractors that are out front. These were actually very cool. I mean, from I don't know, maybe a nerdy point of view, I'm not sure, but it's neat to see these sort of machines. Very cool, in actual decent condition. I wonder if they actually operated. Now, I've got a video clip of a second one that's sitting right here too. It's at the end of this video, so you might want to check that out. But from here, we are getting ready to go straight over to the general store. So there's a front look at that, and pretty much everywhere you go, there's street signs so you know where you're going. Not that it's all that hard. So here's the entry into the general store. Walking in there, the lady that was there was very nice. And there's all kinds of good goodies there that you could buy people for gifts. It's just memorabilia and stuff. So pretty cool. And from there, that is the north side of the general store in a lean-to or shed that kind of travels back behind it. There's a little bit more of the front of it. So anyway, back behind the general store is all this good stuff in a little covered area. And there's signs that explain what a lot of this stuff is. Not for everything, but for a lot of this stuff. But it is really neat. I've not seen a lot of this. I mean, you can see tractors like these right here that have signs on them. There's scads of tractors at this place. Neat pickup truck here too as well. And an explanation little sign for it. That was really cool. But yeah, there's some pretty decent information there. There's the big tractors building right there, scanning over to where the facility maintenance shop is right there. Next to it is the blacksmith, and this is just kind of an open yard with just other farming implements scattered within it. And then that's the corn and the broom place in that other building. So yeah, taking another look around in this little courtyard there and going towards the blacksmith. There we go. It had all kinds of cool stuff there. Scythes, just, things that maybe a blacksmith would really work on a lot to help the community. Branding irons, whatnot. Very neat stuff. And you can see all the woods around. See the woods all behind these buildings. A lot of shade. You won't get hot really walking around this place. Now that's probably clothes washing maybe. And then you got an old still here again. Some moonshining maybe could have been done back there. That's what that looks like. Here's the sawmill. And it looks like they've got kind of a car tractor sitting there that they've got a band hook up to so that they could actually cut lumber. So that's giving you an alternative idea of what a mill would look like. Now this is the place where they make brooms. So walking up to this, and it's also corn husking and stuff like that. That's why it's called the corn broom building, I guess. Didn't really read any signs or anything here, But that's kind of the gist of it, because when you get into this, eventually there's the broom making machine straight in front of me. Seems like I'm taking forever to get up the steps. Sorry about that. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that's in there to the left is going to be corn stuff, just like that right there. Um, things to take all the corn off the cobs. And there's the broom machine. You got broom handles and all the materials to make the brooms. There's some more corn oriented stuff there. So this was kind of neat. I've never seen a broom making machine. And I mean, I grew up with antiques my whole life. So anyway, so here I've moved over to another barn, and inside of it's going to be a bunch of tack. And outside here, you probably recognize these. That's where you would sharpen your implements, whether they're saws, axes, hoes, whatever you needed. So yeah, getting ready to walk over into the old red barn. Yeah, there's some tractor stuff out in the yard there. They got tractors everywhere, like I said. So this is kind of giving you an idea of a lot of the horsey stuff, horseshoes and the concrete. So a lot of saddles in here. I couldn't tell you if they were good or bad, but ropes, all kinds of stuff. So I just kind of give you an idea of what's inside this. It's only the first floor. Have no idea what they have upstairs. Probably a lot of storage. And of course, you got to have the Texas flag in there. But yeah, it was interesting. And this is one of those places I love the smell of leather. So, I mean, it is wide open, but it was pretty cool. So, all right, this is the path as you keep going along that goes out to the chapel. And this was kind of an interesting looking building, really. They have a big old bell up there. You can ring the bell. And some people did. I mean, they'd go walking over there and start ringy-dinging. And anyway, but it's a neat place. You can tell it was built recently, but man, it's one heck of a building. It's not going anywhere. But it looks like you could probably have some, weddings here and services and all kinds of good stuff if you just call them up and tell them what you want to do. So that's pretty cool. And looking out of it, you can see you're still looking over the pond. And now I just transported us back towards the main parking lot to the, they're calling it tractors and engines, but I don't know. When I walked through it looked like it was mostly tractors to me. This is not really my kind of deal. I never grew up with this kind of stuff. I'm more of a sports car, tanks and battleships kind of guy. But this is neat. I do like antiques a lot. And if you've ever seen any of my house videos and stuff, you'll see, we live in an old house. So I like this stuff. These are really cool. And they are from, the early to mid 1900s. They're pretty old. And going inside, I didn't read the signs on the door, but they looked fairly interesting. So here again, this thing is obviously well lit. They do a fantastic job. Instead of just having fluorescent lights and, blah, 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 they've got these buildings lit nicely. And as that sign says, it's welcoming. So there's your old chainsaws and other types of saws, probably for forestry work or just, getting lumber to build homes and stuff. If you're out there, out in the boonies, needing to get work done. And there are some pretty cool machines. So just here again, walking around, checking this place out. Hope you kind of like this stuff. There is a bunch of it. And as you can tell from the time on the video, we are getting close to the end. So I really hope you kind of enjoyed this stuff. Give you a good idea of what this museum is like and the fact that there's obviously a lot of stuff, and especially to have all these tractors and tools and engines and you know, the buildings and just the property being close to Tyler, Texas. This stuff has got to be worth a ton of money and to be in really good shape too. I mean, a lot of this looks like it could probably really run and be viable work tools. So I just think they did a bang up job at this place. It is really fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm done for now. All right, well, that'll do it for today. Thank you very much for watching as I walked around the Old Mill Museum here in Lindale, Texas. This was very fun. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And like I always say, relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.